What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Welcome to another episode of The Excellent Adventures, uploaded on a Sunday. Shoutouts to Mike Ross, Gutinks, and the fighting game community. This will be, without a doubt, one of my favorite episodes of The Excellent Adventures because obvious reasons. If you have not been paying attention, or maybe you're just new to this channel, everyone else should know that I have a deep affinity for everything Fusion, the Fusion mechanic, Fusion archetypes, just even characters on the anime like Serena that happen to play Fusion decks. I like all of them because Fusion Master Race, it's the catchphrase of this channel, or at least it is now. So anyways, in this bunch of videos you guys are going to see, or bunch of duels I should say, you guys are going to see me play, you're going to see other people play Lunalights, you're just going to see Lunalights busting out the whooping stick, and asses will be kicked in this video because I feel like Lunalights are a perfect match of aggression and searchability. Like, because they have the new Zodiac Beast cards to kind of rely on, I feel like the versions of Lunalights are a lot more consistent. Going first doesn't suck anymore with Lunalights, where we kind of didn't have any good plays, and I don't know, they've gotten more consistent. Now you guys are going to see some builds of Lunalights using Zodiacs, you guys are going to see some that don't use Zodiacs. In fact, all the duels that I'm in, I'm not using any Zodiac Beast cards because, you know, they say that variety is the spice of life. Now, you see in this first game, our Spiral boy over here makes Crystal Wing, which I didn't even know that Spirals played that card. I guess I am not up on Spirals, but honestly, he gave too many cards to like double L's. Yeah, he's able to negate Momorat, but you can't give Lunalights this many cards and not have like Vanity Set or something like that, because when you can Pendulum Summon and when you get that many cards, like, you're going to usually be able to have either like power cards like Fusion Recovery, or you're going to have like a way of Pendulum Summoning Kaleido Chick. And honestly, even though, you know, Crystal Wing Single Dragon is kind of like a hard counter to our deck, Leo Dancer can attack another monster and then obviously blow that up. Now in this duel, he actually makes Star Venom Dragon and he's able to copy Crystal Wing Single Dragon, and at that point it's just pretty much GG no re. Leo Dancer, one of my favorite cards in the entire game. She honestly just does too much damn damage. I mean, you're talking about a card that basically can do 7,000 damage dolo. Like, she is almost an OTK by herself. Her immunity to destruction and targeting is just kind of like icing on the cake. So in this duel, he does actually start up with the Zodiac Beast half of the deck. And the reason that Zodiac Beasts are important in Lunalights and why they're so good, it's not just like, you know, there's so many different decks jumping on the Zodiac dick, obviously, like in the OCG. Like, I'm gonna play Zodiac Kaiju Cosmo, like, what the fuck is that? But they're playing it in the OCG. Like, the reason it actually makes sense in like Lunalights is because, like, Bullhorn lets you search the entire Lunalight archetype. Tenki gave us most of our cards, but there are certain things like this card Wolf that you can't get from Tenki. So like with Bullhorn, you literally can search everything on Lunalights. Now he does use Crimson Fox to negate a targeting effect. I don't even use Crimson Fox anymore. I don't think that card's all that good, but it's not gonna matter. He gets blown out. The fucking King Jack Atlas over here is just ripping. I don't understand why he played Wolf on the field. I thought that was a huge mistake because you only play Wolf on the field usually if you're going to summon a Leo Dancer, and a lot of times you're trying to end the game. Now he obviously doesn't attack into the F-Zero with Calamity because it's like no point. It would just get like, it would just switch to his side of the field. He wouldn't be able to do anything, as you see here. He realizes the hard way, but he is able to get a material off with Scarlight. Now don't ask me why he's not attacking this thing in Snatch Thing, like why he didn't do that last turn, but it doesn't matter because he gets his Kaleido check and he's able to go for Leo Dancer. He's going to end up taking Calamity. What's it called? Leo Dancer runs over Scarlight, and you know, she's able to attack twice in the battle phase, and he actually dies by his own card, which is kind of sad, but you know, it's what can happen, man. I mean, if you're gonna summon like a 4,000 attack monster, you better make sure that damn thing like wins you the game, that, you know, the turn that you summon it. Otherwise, you never know, guys. Shit can happen, especially when you already saw the F-Zero was on the field. Looks like it may have froze. No, YGO Pro. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, YGO Pro, why you do this to me? Oh yeah, this was the duel versus Grand Chafaldungo. I'm actually playing in this one, but I'm not playing Lunalights. Now, Grand Chafaldungo has this weird build of double L's where he's playing like Predaplants and I believe he also plays Zodiacs. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say that's what he's gonna summon with Invoker. He usually, or he does this basically so he can just search any of the cards. A lot of times when you open with Zodiac Beast, guys, you get to search 2 Lunalights, which is like, that's just stupid. You see here, he's able to summon Tiger King so he can get double summons. And Tenki already, as I said, gave us most of our deck, but when you can search Tenki and you can search like from Bullhorn, you can get to anything you want in Lunalights. Like it basically makes it impossible to brick at that point in Lunalights, because unless you have like Maxi and just a whole bunch of like dumb filler cards that you can't use, like you're probably going to be able to get to whatever you want. And a lot of times you'll end up with just dumb fills like this. The fact that you can turn Bullhorn into Drantia is also pretty stupid in Lunalights, because it gives us a search card and then it gives us a defensive card. And Lunalights don't really play defense. Like they don't play defense well at all. In fact, they don't even play defense at all. So this is the only defensive card that you're really going to see Lunalights use, unless, well, there are a couple of chances that somebody might have a Solemn or Vanities. But guys, look at the field that I have to fucking deal with, right? I actually added this up. And because obviously Leo Dancer can attack twice and she's like 3,700. So each Leo Dancer on the field can push out 7,400 damage. Each one of these is almost an OTK, and she does 100 burn damage when she attacks. This field is actually over 20,000 damage, but that's not even like, if that wasn't enough, you just think about the fact that Grand Shabadungo started with 5 cards. And when you count this up, we got 5 in the monster zones. We've got 3 back here, Spell and Trap, including the Pendulum, and then 2 in the hand. Guys, he has 10 cards. He went +5 and has 20,000 damage on board. How is that even remotely fucking possible? Like, I can give you having one or the other. Like Infernities used to go like +7, but they never had this much damage on board. So obviously I look at my hand and I'm like, Kappa, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm playing this shitty Sylvan deck, but I do some hype shit, guys. I activate True Name and I summon Obelisk from my deck. And I'm like, yo, I got this. This is the comeback. And it's not the comeback, because your God card dies during the end phase. And obviously I proceed to get my ass whooped. I remember when I summoned Obelisk, I live streamed. This happened during my live stream. Everybody in the chat was like, "Oh my God, Cap, is that him? Is this the comeback?" And I was like, "No, this is not the comeback, guys. Like, I can kill one of the Leo Dancers so that I don't get completely blown out, but this is not the like, even the gods can't stop Lunalights when they go off, dude. It's not gonna happen." Now, this is me playing, so you guys aren't gonna see when you guys aren't gonna see any Zodiacs in my builds or in any of my matches with double L's, but you will still see a whole bunch of Leo Dancers. I'm playing against Nick Nam, and he's playing pure Star Sereps. I think he should have went Ouroboros. I thought that was a little weird because he had to blow up his own Trick Clown. I mean, he has a lot of cards in his hand still, but he could have discarded a card from my hand. I go White Rabbit here. I'm gonna bounce his Brilliant Fusion, which seems like a play that you'd never do, like give your opponent Brilliant Fusion again. But I really just did that to get the Seraphronite off the field. It doesn't matter, honestly, because if I'm able to make Leo Dancer here and attack over Deltaros, like Leo Dancer's effect will blow up the Seraphronite anyway. So I kind of did that for no reason. It's not something that like really affected the duel at all. Like, it's not like it was going to stop an attack or anything like that. And I'm able to make double Leo Dancer. No deck in the game is going to survive double Leo Dancer unless you just have a lot of monsters. And I just like the fact that she has that kind of built-in pseudo Regeki effect. Now here's another match. This is against ABC. I remember when I put out that video saying Lunalights could be competitive, people thought I was crazy. I got a lot of dislikes on that video. But again, guys, look how much searchability you get turn 1. I love the fusion substitute play. You guys will probably see this in Lunalights a lot, where Lunalight players will fusion substitute using a couple of like Zodiac Xyz. They'll go into Norden. Norden will just give them more searchability. And what's cool is when you detach the Norden and it goes to the graveyard, you send the Norden back to your extra deck to draw a card, and then you could still play instant fusion later in that turn. So he's basically just setting up. I think he's gonna have double Leo Dancer, because actually no. I think he's gonna have triple Leo Dancer. Yeah, he's gonna have triple Leo Dancer and a Solemn Warning. And the thing about it is, and I tried to make this point in that other video, like Lunalights versus ABC, like it's not really a good match for ABC, honestly, because like they only have one out in their entire deck, two Leo Dancer. Like the only card that they play that can actually kill Leo Dancer is Utopia the Lightning, unless they're main deck in Kaijus, which I don't think is that common anymore for ABC players. players to main deck kaijus. Like, there's nothing else in there. Like, ABC Buster Dragon can't kill this. There's nothing else in their extra deck that can actually kill this card. And when you drop 3 of them, like, how many fucking Utopia the Lightnings you think you're gonna drop on me, bro? Like, seriously. Now, he has Solemn Warning, which means this guy has, like, no outs unless he actually has Twin Twister, because he can... I mean, obviously, he can Solemn the Utopia the Lightning. I probably would have just, like, he didn't even exceed, because I think he realized, okay, I don't have any outs to this fucking board. Even if he, like, whether he has a Drantia, whether he has a Drantia material or not, I don't think he really had any outs. Like, he was like, oh, fuck this, I'm just going to scoop. But me, probably, I just would have used Solemn on the normal summon, or maybe on the effect of the gadget. Maybe he thought he had Soul Charge or Instant Fusion. So, you know what? Yeah, that probably was the better play. Like, why even waste your Solemn when you can just wait for him to commit to the Utopia? Now, here's a match versus DDDs. I get a lot of slack from people saying, Cap, why do you keep posting these damn DDD players? Don't none of them know how to play? I actually have one of an amazing DDD player if you guys are interested in seeing that. You know what? I think I did. No, I think I still have it. I don't think I deleted it. I'll upload it, and I'll upload it in a couple of days and commentate over it. Now, I feel like in this duel, whoever decided they were going to go all in through Max C, I felt like was going to win this game, because you see they both had Max C, and as I said a little while ago, don't ever, like, if you're going to play into Max C against Lunalights, like, you better kill them, because you can't give Double L's this many cards. Like, when you Max C, of course he's gonna ignore your Max C. Like, if you give Lunalights this many cards, like, they're just gonna ignore you. They know that they can summon double and triple Leo Dancer, and the card does 7,000 damage. Like, why would you stop? I mean, you only get 8,000 damage in Yu-Gi-Oh! And usually when you see Kaleido Chick is Pendulum summoned, that generally means Lunalights are going all in, because Kaleido Chick is a card that it usually means you're going to summon double Leo Dancer, because she is almost a Leo Dancer by herself, because she can send Panther Dancer to the graveyard and she gets your polymerization back, and usually you're going to have access to Wolf. You see he has Wolf on the field, so that's basically just an instant yeah, that's an instant what's it called, Leo Dancer right there. He's not even done. He's almost just playing around at this point. You see him go for Daigusto Emerald, put cards back in his... Like, he doesn't need to do any of this. The double Leo Dancer is already, like, 100% game. He's just honestly playing around. Now, if you guys want to know some cards that obviously just completely destroy Lunalights that are not Floodgates, again, another duel with lots of Maxis. Let me put them on this side. There we go. What's it called? Cards that are not Floodgates, because obviously Vanity's Emptiness makes it so that double L's can't play. A card like Anti-Spell Fragrance would be the death of Lunalights, because we obviously need to be able to fusion summon multiple times, much like Gem Knights. You fusion summon a lot of times in Lunalights 4 or 5 times in a turn before you get to, like, double or triple Leo Dancer. But a card that absolutely will wreck this deck super hard is Dimensional Barrier. All you have to do is just flip over Dimensional Barrier, you call Fusion, and then we just can't do anything. Now, here's the thing, though. You saw him have, like, he had the Maxi, right? He had double Maxi. Now, as we already learned, guys, in earlier duels, Lunalights don't stop when you Maxi them. What I don't get is, if he had Time Space Trap Hole, why did you not? Like, he used it on Leo Dancer, which is cute, but the problem is he already has Wolf, so that's a Leo Dancer in itself. What he should have done was he should have just used this on the first Zodiac Beast that he summoned from the extra deck. I would have used it on that. And if you could still OTK me, by all means, like, you got it. But you look at the field now and it's like, bro, if he can just summon a Leo Dancer, she does 7,000 damage. You're at 7,000 life points. So it seems like it's very easy for him with only like 3 cards in his hand to kill you. And you see he's able to summon double Leo Dancer. So that's 14,000 damage. And GG no Re, all of these cards in hand don't matter. I don't know what he was playing. Like, it looks like he was playing some sort of machine OTK variant, because he's playing Limiter Removal and he's playing like the gadgets, and I think that's a Victory Viper, Jade Knight, and like Victory Viper and stuff like that. So I don't know what the heck that is. More Lunalight duels. Kaleido Chick really just changed the fate of this deck. I honestly don't think you will see, this guy likes to play Crimson Fox. I don't think Crimson Fox is necessary anymore. I don't think Grand Chaladungo plays it. When I eventually convert into the Zodiac Beast build, because I do feel like it is the superior build, I won't run Crimson Fox. Like, it's kind of crazy because we wanted it in the TCG for such a long time. Like, we thought maybe it might come out in Shining Victories, because that's the set where Lunalights came out, or maybe it would be Dark Illusion or Invasion Vengeance. But now we don't need the card anymore. Like, the Zodiac Beast cut like a little bit of space out of the Lunalight deck, but then when Kaleido was pretty much revealed, like space got even tighter. So there's just no room for cards like Purple Butterfly, which I think you're gonna see me run, but obviously I'm not running the Zodiac Beast, so I had a little more room. But honestly, like, you don't really need Crimson Fox anymore. Her non-targeting effect is cool, but I feel like that'll only be relevant. Honestly, this is actually really this really sucks because he put him in a position where I believe he used, what's it called? Yeah, he used Panther Dancer on his Gozuki. So the first time it would be destroyed, it was not. So he actually, I believe, attacks into it twice. He may not have used Panther Dancer's effect. It didn't even matter. Like, he wasn't going to survive double Leo Dancer plus Panther Dancer. But about, what's it called? About Crimson Fox, it's like, we don't need the card anymore. You know, Purple Butterfly doesn't really have a space in the deck that much either, just because, like, Kaleido is just too good of a card. That card is going to be amazing when it comes out. Absolute staple, without a doubt, one of the most important cards in Lunalights. I cannot wait for this stuff to come to the TCG. Now, this is finally the final duel. This is me playing against Coco Bird, and he's got Melodious. And you see he has a really strong field, but when you special summon a whole bunch of monsters against Lunalights and you don't play any back row, that's just asking to get wrecked by Leo Dancer, because she does nuke the board of all special summon monsters, and, you know, like, she does a ton of battle damage while doing it too. You see me end up searching Purple Butterfly. It's like, it's kind of like a little bit of a baby honest. Gets 1,000 attack, makes Leo Dancer a little more powerful. It actually turns her into potentially 8,000 damage. But cards like Purple Butterfly, Crimson Fox, they won't really be necessary once we get the new Lunar Light cards. Even something like Blue Cat. Blue Cat is still really good. It can double the attack of Leo Dancer so that she basically just becomes 7,000 attack, but she's really not as important. You'll still run her because she has that floating ability, much like, oh man, not Wolf, Tiger. Much like Tiger, but as a pure offensive card, not really as important. Unless you can Pendulum Summon her. If you can Pendulum Summon her and use her effect and then maybe Exceed with her, or I guess Fusion Summon with her, she's super good. But in general, like, the main Lunalights that you kind of need to focus on are cards like Kaleido, Black Sheep, and White Rabbit. Like, those are like the main three. White Rabbit obviously being like the giant Chunade pseudo of Lunalight. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give the video a big thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me because, again, this is one of my favorite archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh! Up there with Gem Knights, other decks like Sertaler Knights. I guess all my favorite decks are either Fusion or they have the word Knight in the name. Anyways, I am, once again, taking submissions for Excellent Adventures. I would really like to do an Excellent Adventures of Fluffles and Lyrical Lucinius. I had a bunch of Fluffle replays and then I lost them. Like, I waited too long to record them and then they ended up getting, like, corrupted. You know, because when YGO Pro updates, sometimes the new cards are like, they change the effects or they fix them and then the old ones don't work anymore. The old replays are like bugs. So that kind of sucks because I had a bunch of good ones with Fluffles. I think Fluffles and Lunalights are basically the best kind of aggressive OTK-ish type decks. You guys saw in none of these duels did the duel go past like turn 2, because that's just not how Lunalights roll. You basically just want to step 1, summon a bunch of cats, step 2, kill your opponent, and that's pretty much all the steps that you need. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, comment below what deck you guys would possibly like to see for the next Excellent Adventures. If it's like something that's like crazy obscure, like, Cap, do the Excellent Adventures of Ice Bears. No, that's not gonna, I will die a frozen death before I do an Excellent Adventures of Ice Bear.